The monkey laughed and stuck his hand down Mike's underpants. Not the pair he was currently wearing, luckily. The pair that the monkey was wearing. "I'll answer your questions in good time," he said, rummaging away in the underpant department. "In the meantime, I'd like to tell you more about Edna, portrayed in this rather amazing picture as a witch. In fact, she was a medium." "A medium what?" Mike said, a little bit distracted by the monkey's nut rustling. "Not a medium as in size, you silly man," the monkey said. "Not like these underpants are supposed to be medium." He laughed. "They're small, Mike. Even I have trouble getting everything packed in down there." Mike was going to have to punch the monkey in a minute. "No, she could tell the future. That kind of medium. And do you know what the future said?" Mike sighed. "Did it involve stealing someone's underwear, then insulting said person whilst playing with themselves in front of said person?" The monkey looked at Mike. "Well..." "Actually, Aunt Edna did say I was going to get into your underpants, but..." The monkey leaned forward and winked at Mike. "I thought she meant something else." "Right," Mike said, pushing his chair away as he stood up. "I've had enough. Why the hell am I having a conversation with a fucking monkey anyway? I'm leaving." He walked over to the door and tried the door handle. He wasn't surprised to find the door unyielding as an insistent touch. He turned back to the monkey. "Can you let me out?" he said. "Please." The monkey grinned at him. "Seeing as you asked so nicely." He leaned over and pushed a button. Mike heard a click of the lock. He pushed the door and it swung open. Outside, everything had changed. Again. Mike felt as though he'd lost the ability to be surprised. Gone was a museum, now it appeared to be some kind of store. He picked up a pair of trousers from the rack nearest to him. He didn't recognise the brand, you big arse, but he wasn't entering a fashion parade. He just didn't want to be wandering wearing his underwear. Like a fucking monkey. The jeans fitted Mike like a glove. Well, like a pair of well-fitting jeans, but you know what I mean. He looked around him. The store that he found himself in seemed to be empty of people. High above there were signs, and to Mike's considerable relief, one of them read, "Exit." He made his way in the direction in which the sign pointed. Suddenly, a loud noise erupted from a speaker in the ceiling. It sounded like a wolf being eaten by a dragon, or rather what Mike imagined that sound to sound like. Mike spent a lot of time imagining strange sounds. Suddenly, just as suddenly, the noise stopped, and Mike heard a voice. "Stop where you are! You, thief! Stop moving! Put your hands in the air, and stay absolutely still!" Mike thought about obeying, and then thought, "Fuck it," and kept moving towards the exit. He was within 10 metres of the door when the wolf-dragon sound started again. He decided to run. He threw himself at the door in front of him. The door flew open under the force of Mike's body hitting it. That was easy, he thought, followed very quickly by "Fuck!" as he realised he'd just flown through a door into, well, nothing. He looked around him as he fell through a void of nothingness, but he could see nothing. It wasn't that it was dark. If it was dark he would have seen something, shapes, absence of light. But all he could see around him was nothing. Nothing bumped into him hard. Have you ever been hit by nothing? It hurts, like nothing else. He carried on falling, whilst briefly wondering what the physics were of falling through nothing. If he was in a vacuum, wouldn't he imploded by now? And he could still breathe. So that suggested, in fact, there was something. Air, for a start. And when he realised that, he hit something very hard and lost consciousness. When he awoke, Mike found himself in a bed. Unfortunately, not his bed. He had hoped, as had some readers probably, that this was all a bad dream, but no. Beside him in bed was... Beside Mike in the bed was a whiteboard. This was a bit odd, to say the least. Mike sat up and looked at the whiteboard. On it was written 2 words. "Hello, Mike." What new form of bollocks is this? Mike thought. Hello, Mike was erased before his eyes and new words appeared. Time to explain, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake, what now? Erased words. You're dead, Mike. And what now? Erased words. You've been dead for about 40 minutes. You were hit by a car just outside the Jelly's house. Oh no, I don't know what you're playing at, but nothing, Mike. You've wasted your precious life arsing about. This is your hell. My what now? Your hell, Mike. You will be replacing the last 40 minutes forever and ever. Mike found it in a yard sale.